In the forest, an Anurognathus is hunting, but not for insects. He is looking for a host. He finds it in an immature Diplodocus. This is the female sauropodlet that hatched 5 years ago. She is now 12 meters long and weighs over 5 tons. She has also started to develop the spines and long whip tail of adulthood. Old predators in the forest are no longer a threat. Ornitholestes displays his long quills in a futile gesture of aggression. The Diplodocus have remained in a creche, but they are starting to get too large for the forest. There is not enough food, and the trees increasingly restrict their movement. Soon they will have to leave and join an adult herd on the plains. There is more room down by the banks of a river that runs through the forest. But nature is about to take charge of these dinosaurs' future. Drifting through the trees comes the scent of wood smoke. It is a smell that terrifies every forest dinosaur. There is a huge forest fire to the south. The Diplodocus start to flee, but to support their weight they always need 3 legs on the ground. So, despite the danger, they can only manage to amble. The blaze, however, moves much faster, and that night a huge firestorm hits the area. Above the sound of the blaze come the panicked cries of trapped dinosaurs. These Jurassic fires are rare, but can be devastating. Morning light reveals the bodies of forest-dwelling dinosaurs that have perished in the flames. Only 3 members of the creche have survived, and they have been driven out onto the open prairies. This is exposed territory for the youngsters. They are still not large enough to repel an attack from an adult Allosaurus. To the young Diplodocus, the other dinosaurs here are unfamiliar and huge. This is Brachiosaurus, a 13-meter-high sauropod that specializes in grazing on the treetops. His kind can effortlessly harvest cones and fresh leaves no other dinosaur can reach, and they have grown enormous on it. These adults weigh over 70 tons, making them the largest land animals that have ever existed. The juvenile Diplodocus do not have the same size advantages and urgently need the protection of an adult herd. Across a conifer heathland come the plaintive calls of the young sauropods. It is a cry adult animals are programmed to react to. There are only 2 youngsters now, and they need help. A herd of gigantic adults responds to their calls. One elderly female sizes up the two newcomers. She accepts them. They fall into line behind an adult. Safe at last. After a few days, the Diplodocus have calmed. The female feeds on the edge of the herd, but she is still not large enough to be immune from attack. And she is unaware she is being watched. An Allosaurus knows she is vulnerable. The predators wait for her to become distanced from the herd. Saved by the huge tail of a larger Diplodocus. She rejoins the herd with deep wounds on her side, but she will recover. Diplodocus can live for 100 years, and above a certain size, they have no natural predators. Sauropods dominate the late Jurassic, and it will be millions of years before new dinosaur herbivores evolve to replace them. With their passing, life will never again be this large